Seriously, what is this place?
This is heaven.
Five ways to raise your vibration instantly. If this is your first time on my channel, hi guys, I'm Anaya Campbell. I'm the creator of Divine Feminine Tarot. I do collectors on my YouTube as well as private sessions for my spiritual baddies who want a little more depth about their life. All links are in my bio if you're interested. Alright, so the first one is dancing. I know you guys do this already, and I know you be dancing in your room when nobody's around. I already know. When dancing mixed with feelings of happiness, it instantly raises your vibration. Second is feelings of gratefulness. Sitting and being grateful for at least 17 seconds invites more feelings of happiness and joy into your life, as well as inviting more experiences to be grateful about. Why not do it? The third is meditation. Meditating is a great way to connect with your higher self as well as balancing your own energy. It also relieves stress, anxiety, and any negative feelings. The fourth is eating fruits and veggies. Now, if you weren't listening to your mama, I hope that you listen to me now. Food is energy, so that means that it's either dead, high, or low vibing. Now, America is known for eating a lot of dead energy, which is meat. If you eat a lot of meat, it lowers your vibe automatically because the energy is dead. It's not doing anything for you. But fruits and veggies have a high vibe, and when you eat them, you absorb the energy from them, increasing your vibe instantly. The fifth is going into nature. Moving your body, getting sunlight and some fresh air is instantly going to raise your vibration. Plus if you're walking with no shoes on as well, because that is known as grounding. If you guys want to learn about that, I'll definitely do a video. Alright babes, that's all I had for today, but if you enjoyed my video, please hit the follow button. I'll be here again tonight.
Alright, peace, love, and light, family. I'm back at you with another video. I hope everybody been vibrating high and taking care of themselves. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. We having beautiful weather if you in my area. But wherever you at, wherever you tuning in from, definitely make sure you go outside, get you some nature, get you some sun. You know what I'm saying? Soak all those vibes up and keep the positive energy rolling. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, we rolling into very weird times, family. Very weird times. All right. I got a few things that I want to talk to y'all about. I'm going to just run down the scenario, you know, give you my point of view on it, and leave the information up to y'all as to what to do with it, you know, and whoever takes it serious, takes it serious. Whoever doesn't, you know what I'm saying? But listen, family. There's a lot of cosmic energy on our planet. And like I said, if you do your homework, if you do your research, you can see that a lot of solar flares have been hitting our planet, family. So that's what I mean when I say that. There's a lot of cosmic energy here. And things are changing. And we all understand that our planet is in the middle of a planetary rise where our planet herself is raising her consciousness, raising her frequency. Meaning that anything that is not matching or raising the consciousness, raising the vibration with her, you know, will slowly start to perish. You know what I'm saying? So I've been talking about this for a long time, for a while now. But this is why I've been doing my best to tell y'all who the true almighty supreme God is, which is the feminine energy. The divine feminine energy first, and then the divine masculine energy second. You know what I'm saying? But understand, the Most High's divine feminine energy first. It's time to connect with that, because things, as this matrix starts to crack down, family, understand that these people running this stuff is going to continue to try their hardest to keep that veil, keep that sheet over people's eyes so they can't see what's going on for real. But if you really just pay attention for real and just do certain research, man, you can see that this economy, this like, listen, if you can just pay attention to what's going on in other countries, where either the governments are neglecting the people or the conditions and the way of living down there is so harsh that the people turn to violence and start, you know, demanding change in a different way. And I'm not saying I promote it, I'm not saying I condone it, but I'm just saying that peacefully protesting has gotten us nowhere. But America does a good job of covering up our eyes. You know, this election stuff is about to start going on and stuff like that, man. And understand that, listen, there's a lot of foreign countries, and I'ma just run some different scenarios down to y'all and understand why we need to be on our P's and Q's, and why it's time to understand who source is, understand who we are, understand what time it is for real. I'ma just run some scenarios down to y'all and just leave it up to y'all. But there's a lot of foreign countries, more specifically Asian people, buying up farmland.
What's happening with Chinese buying, the Chinese government or Chinese nationals buying farmland? And I've got a map, if I can find it, of where they're buying this land, and it's around U.S. military installations. They're buying up land around U.S. military installations. And so when you look at the amount of land that they're buying, it's not all that much. I mean, it's a lot of land, but given as much land as there is, it's like maybe less than 1%. But when you look at it strategically around military installations, it's really concerning. And then when you look at what's happening at those military installations that they have land around, like B-2 stealth bomber training, drone training, and all, it's very, very troubling.
God, it's so strategic where it's all placed.
Yeah, if I can get a hold of that map and show it to you.
It's kind of crazy that the United States has been invaded. And when did that start? With the purchase of farmland?
You know, it's been going on.
For how long? In 2016, 2017, His plans to build a wind farm, as well as his purported ties to Chinese military, drew scrutiny in Texas several years after his acquisitions. He ultimately was denied permission to proceed with his wind farm plans. So they own the land, but they won't let him proceed with the wind farm.
Yeah, and they're building a wind farm where it's not very windy. But it does butt up against a strategic military installment.
What a coincidence. This is the best land that was available.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So,
how would that be possible here under logical laws? Because in China, you can't do that. They're smart. You can't just buy their land.
We absolutely cannot buy farmland there.
No, you can't buy their businesses either.
And U.S. soil, right? So, and if I can find the video, family, it was on the Joe Rogan show. This is how I found out this specific information. But they're buying up a lot of farmland in the midst of us having a food crisis over here in the U.S. Because again, people get confused with the illusion of having food when you see a bunch of processed artificial stuff on them shelves and you think that's food, you know what I'm saying? But it's no, you feel me? But they're buying up a lot of farmland, and on top of that, it's close to military bases, family. So again, I'm gonna just throw these scenarios out there to y'all, and y'all do whatever y'all want to do with it, right? But I told y'all that these different governments from these different countries, that all of them are working together. They are in conjunction with each other, right? So when you're hearing that, oh, Russia doesn't like America and China doesn't like America, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, all of that is to promote fear and to promote confusion. When you don't understand that the biggest goal is to become one world nation, family, which is where we're heading to, which is why these people are quote unquote so-called moving in. Quietly though. We are under invasion right now, family. It's right up under our nose, and these people are just waiting. Like, there's gonna be another shutdown soon, family, from something. Whether it's gonna be from illness, because there's been a bunch of unidentified, undiscovered illnesses, especially with our kids. These new sicknesses that's coming out, and they have the same symptoms of the old sickness that was around, but it's no name for it. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like another version of the flu or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay attention to what's going on, family. Pay attention to what's going on, bro, because it's gonna be very important for you to keep your vibration high, man. Because this is the battle of the good versus evil, family. This is the battle right here. This is why it's important for us to be going outside, releasing everything, and then meditating and centering our thoughts, but also meditating up under the sun, letting our sun replenish us and power us up. You know what I'm saying? We are going to need to dive deep into our spiritualities, whatever your belief system is, man. Because a lot of things are going to start to get weird. Because those pole shifts that they talk about, and I can throw in some videos of it so you can understand what I'm speaking of, but when they're talking about these certain things, family, understand that that planetary shift that I have spoken about in the past is where we are right now. And we are under very, very, very heavy judgment. To where if you are not doing what you need to do, you still going through the same life cycles and not learning the lessons and being able to move on to the next stage, then it's going to get very hard for people. And understand that we are in the middle of a reset also, a planetary reset. Only the strong will survive, family. Only the highest vibrations are going to survive. The ones who are operating out of love, peace, compassion, unconditional love, healing. It is so important for us to heal, and that's the point that I'm in right now. That's my journey right now, healing. Making sure that I am getting the energy that I need and keeping the energy that I do not need to be putting out, and returning all energy that was sent to destroy me. That's the stage I'm in my journey right now. Overcoming all the different transitions that I've been going through while having unnecessary energy around me. Dealing with unnecessary energy. You feel me? And I know a lot of people can attest to that. Whether it's friends, a significant other, family, like I keep telling y'all, it don't matter. Anything right now that's around you needs to be uplifting you. I don't give a damn what the relationship is. Because, listen, these people are telling us that we are having a topsoil crisis, right? Meaning that we understand that the topsoil is the majority of the crops and how they're grown, right? They are polluting our planet so much, and they put a number on it. They put a number on it like, 50 years or whatever. But listen, let's be real, family. They're never going to tell us what's really going on when it goes on. We got probably about another good 10 years at the most of shit seeming somewhat normal. And that's at the most. That's at the most. We probably got like a good 5, honestly. But they're polluting our planet so bad to the point where the topsoil is so corrupted, so polluted, so unhealthy that pretty soon there's not going to be any crops being able to be grown. But understand that the people who are in charge of these large quantities of crops and things of that nature, understand, because Bill Gates is buying up a lot of farmland. Listen, y'all. Basically what I'm trying to say is they are creating the food shortage, okay? They're creating this shit. And all this, the ancestors, source, higher principalities, they are allowing this to go on because this system has to fall. It has to fall. And the fashion that is going to fall in is going to determine who really did the work, who really was able to heal and raise their consciousness, raise their vibration to understand what time it was on this planet, even though we understand time is not real. Understand that our higher ups, higher principalities see and know what's going on right now, family. Everything has a time and a place. We will definitely, and everybody will definitely see who the real Most High is. We can sit here and argue, and you can have this and that point of view. We are going to see who the real Most High is, family. And when we transcend these physical bodies, you will then remember who Source is. For anyone who's not able to accumulate that type of knowledge in this lifetime, anybody that's still referring to themselves as Israelites or Christians or referring to the Most High as He, not acknowledging feminine energy first, it's roles out here, family. You know what I'm saying? It's roles out here. And that's why I do my hardest to introduce you to who the real Source is. Who the real God is, which is divine feminine energy. Okay? And it's important for us to learn who the hell we are. Because when these solar flares keep hitting our planet, I'm trying to tell you, I know for anybody who doesn't know who you are and what you're capable of and what you come from, when I say that when these solar flares keep hitting the planet, that is going to shift us into our God being, unlocking all our true capability and powers. I know for a lot of people who just think that they're just a regular old human being, I understand that it's hard for you to think of yourself higher than what the oppressors have told you what you are. But that's why I'm here. That's why other gods and goddesses and other high vibrational human beings are here to do this necessary research to tell you and show you who we are and what we are. And that's my only goal here, family. That's my only goal here. A lot of stuff is going to get weird. And yes, we are under heavy judgment right now. So you have to keep that vibration high. You have to think highly of yourself. Okay, you have to think highly of everything around you. You have to keep your peace of mind. Shed all negative energy. Get it away from you. Release all negative energy. Release all trauma. You want your soul to be as light as possible. You want your diet to be as green and clean as possible right now, family. We are in critical times right now. Listen to me when I tell you. Okay? There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. And while we have the internet, because as these solar flares keep hitting our planet, the grid could go out at any time. Like I said, we have foreign entities on our property right now. An invasion can happen at any time. We have very sinister people in charge of everything and have very, very, very futuristic technology that you can't even imagine. So that Project Bluebeam could be happening at any moment. At any moment. But there's also really people being visited by what would be considered extraterrestrial beings. That's really going on too. But you have to be able to use your discernment and understand. Are you being contacted by something that's of peace and love, or are you being contacted by something that's trying to deceive you and take over you? Because there are a lot of body snatching is going to be going on too. So again, this is why it's very important for us to keep our vibrations high and stay protected and know who the Most High is and understand that we are all gods and goddesses. So our ancestors are higher principalities and have very, very high rank in the cosmos. So they got control and shit too. You feel me? Are they source? No. But understand, it's levels out here, fam. It's levels out here. So I'm gonna throw some other videos in here, and we gonna get some understanding about some couple other things. So peace, love, and light.
It's very rare that you hear somebody say, I learned how to fix a car from my granddaddy. It's very rare that you hear somebody say, I learned how to clean fish from my grandma. It's always, hey, shit, I had to learn it because I had to, shit, it was either this or I fucking starved. So I had to find out how to survive.
Nah, for sure. That's real though. You know, like I told you, bro, like, I was named after my grandfather. His middle name was David, but unfortunately I was not able to have my grandparents in my life to soak up, you know, any type of knowledge or, you know, I know everybody, like, if they don't have a good relationship with their parents, they got a good relationship with their grandparents for sure. If your mama ain't take care of you, then you was with your granny for sure. So that's a whole different upbringing. But 2 generations back, that's a whole different vibe that you're gonna grow up with. Whole different boundaries, bro. Whole type of different living, whole different mindset. So I wish that I had that. I have an old soul, so maybe that's, you know, him coming out in me in a way.
You want to be high vibrational, you have to eat high vibrational food. Yet there's other ways to be high vibrational without just changing your diet. The first way is to incorporate breathing exercises, making sure your body gets lots of oxygen. The second way is making sure your body gets lots of water. The third way is to do something mindfulness like meditation or yoga.
In a world where everything is a barren wasteland and the soil is all desert and everything is dust, this was caused by nuclear bombs.
No, it was caused by farming.
What do you mean it was caused by farming?
In the 1930s, there was this thing called the Dust Bowl where people literally farmed so hard that the topsoil that they used just like stopped working, because topsoil has a lot of things like nutrients and organisms in it, like worms and bugs and stuff. And if you farm too hard and with too many pesticides or whatever, the soil basically dies and stops working. And so it all became dust, and it kicked up, and it was part of the Great Depression, caused massive famines and massive food insecurity across the country, but especially in the middle of the country where people grow a lot of crops.
But we grow more food now than we did a long time ago.
Yeah, and because basically the entire world has gone through the Industrial Revolution and hit industrial farming methods, basically the entire world's topsoil is degrading very, very fast, and depending on which sources you look at, we have probably like 60 years left until just it's all gone.
Wait, what? Is there anything we can really do to reverse this massive trend all entirely? Like, what?
Not really, because one of the most important parts of a proper ecosystem is bugs. The topsoil and the plants above the soil really rely on good, healthy bug habitats in order to really exist. And then you need birds on top of that to manage those bug habitats, largely. And around half of the insects in the world just died, or like went extinct, from 1970 to 2019, and those numbers have only gotten worse, and we are seeing very similar numbers with bird populations.
Wait, so we're all like completely screwed within the next like 60 years?
We already have a lot less time than that, because a lot of climate models are showing that we are very much on track to have crop failures become much more common due to climate change, on top of these bird and insect population numbers that are declining even faster because of climate change altering temperatures in their natural habitats, screwing up migration patterns, and all these other little things that are just spiraling together into this massive snowball effect that really we could see the collapse of the farming system within the next 30 years or 40 years, we don't know.
Alright, let me start the intro here again. In the year of 2075, the entire world is dust and dirt and uninhabitable, and it's because we did a lot of fucking farming.
There's a recent theory coming to light right now.
Yeah.
So Elon Musk yesterday, they just announced the first ever human to have a Neuralink implant. You hear about this?
Oh, the chip?
Yeah. So there's one successful Neuralink person in the world right now. Happened yesterday. But check this out.
Yeah.
There's a crazy theory happening. They put Neuralink into a calculator. It's like a numerology calculator, and it comes out with a number with all the different letters.
Word.
Now, check this out. This is Elon Musk on Twitter, and he pretty much said the first ever human got Neuralink, right?
Okay.
Now, somebody put Neuralink, the name, into a gematria calculator. It's like a Greek numerology calculator.
Yeah.
Puts it in, and guess what the number is?
What, 7?
No, 666.
Oh, hell no.
So people are saying that Neuralink, just like in the Bible, they say people will be implanted with the mark of the beast, which is 666. And since this is happening now, they say eventually a lot of people will be tempted to do it. Them getting that will be the mark of the beast. So that's like the end of times coming.
Pole shifts. I don't know if you know this, but our Earth has had 4 pole shifts in the past, and we're potentially going to have a 5th. And the reason why they did this particular thing with the pyramids is because if you look at Antarctica and you look at the discoveries there, they discover animals there, right? These animals are frozen in time, perfectly preserved. When they open the stomach, what do they find in the stomach? Undigested food. Why is it undigested? Flash frozen. So what does that tell you? Antarctica moved into that position. So as tectonic plates bump against each other, sometimes you have a subduction plate where one plate goes under, sometimes you have a subduction plate, so it goes above, and you have one that goes under. So basically, as these plates bump into each other, and then you have a gravitational field that causes a tug on our planet, which like our brown dwarf neighbor that we just discovered out there in our solar system, when it passes around our sun and adds a little bit more gravitational shift to our planet and tugs and pulls, and one plate shifts and drops. Now you have an entire continent that drops into an area that's freezing cold.
Future map of the United States. Now, the United States Navy has this map, and they believe that this is the future of America. Now, if you don't know Edgar Cayce, he's the guy who predicted all of these flooding changes that's going to happen around the world due to the pole shift. Now, let's zoom in on this world map and let's focus on America. Now, as you can see to the right off the East Coast, there's a large landmass that's come to play. And if you can look, most of the East Coast is submerged. But look at the Gulf. The Great Lakes reach down into the Gulf of Mexico, which is crazy because I live on the Gulf of Mexico. But, and if you go to the West Coast, you can see, wow, look at that, even through the mountains. Now, these are the Rocky Mountains, so how can water get that high, you might ask? Well, look at what's in the Pacific Ocean. This large landmass south of Hawaii and this landmass that's northeast of Hawaii. These are the changes they're expecting. Look at this. Look at this landmass off of Europe. Europe's gone. Look at Africa. This is insane. Now, you know what gives this merit is the fact that we are experiencing crazy changes in the climate now. We have record sea temperature right now. We have crazy weather effects. The sun is doing its thing, going crazy, and the poles are in the process of shifting. We also have new volcanic eruptions happening, and we also have earthquakes happening in really crazy places. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I think we should pay attention to this. Specifically me, because I live here. Most of my state is gone, according to this map. Man, that's crazy. Anyway, you guys leave a like, Leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this. Peace.
Hate to be the one to tell y'all this, but these powerful, rich families around the world are preparing for a blackout. They are building bunkers and going underground at a rapid rate. You have banks closing all over the world, and they are not giving these people any type of warnings. As I go outside, I see the electricians up on the power lines every day, and what they are trying to do is upgrade their systems. They are aware of this new energy that have came into our world, and it is a direct threat on the electric grid. They used to tell us that these solar flares couldn't affect our electric grid, but now they are telling us the truth. Our sun that you see in the sky, it have reached another stage of evolution, and it's so active that it's knocking our power right out. What y'all think just happened with AT&T? We are now in solar maximum, and this is when the solar flare activity on the sun is at its highest peak, and this energy is raising major concerns. Y'all probably never seen a city that was dark with no power before. This will begin to be the new normal, and a lot of people believe that we will start taking each other out and it will be survival of the fittest, and that's why we must unite now. We must learn how to grow our own food and clean our own water. We must learn the geography of our land and tap into the local resources that you have around you. This would also go back to the 3 days of darkness they talk about in the Bible. Our sun is turned up right now on another level, and this year we will have a hot, intense summer. And we must get used to these heat waves because the heat will only continue to go up. So just say if you sit under your AC or your fan all day, when you try to go outside, you will literally melt. The sun gives life to everything on earth, and it also heals and cleans your body. So when you're sweating, let that sweat come out. That's all the impurities inside of your body. When you meditate, cleanse, and detox your body, you will notice you can sit under that sun and be able to take it. You will not sweat at all. Not a drop of sweat will come out your pores. So we must become one with the sun and darkness. Peace and Ashe. Hope you guys like the lecture. We are now officially in the middle of the shift. And what's happening is the old world is pulling on the new world. And that effect that is going on up there trickles down here to the earth. So you have this spiritual battle that is taking place. At the same time, the physical world is being removed. You may notice recently that you keep losing items around the house, or your belongings just keep disappearing and reappearing. This is the new normal. A lot of us are falling back on our family and friends. Even couples that have been together for years, they are finally breaking up. This is because of the shift that is happening. It's all about your conscience and vibration now. You have a left path and a right path. Your left path will be those who are still stuck in the third dimension. They are still stuck in this material realm, and they cannot think outside the box. Some souls come here and get trapped in this prison, but your whole goal is to ascend. You must break this mental lock and go higher. Now the path on the right, these will be all your people who are trying to grow and are shifting. They are always trying to expand their knowledge. They don't have this big ego and think they know it all. They love to grow. Now you must remember, we are all energy. Energy is everything. We are just living a human experience. The energy within is more important than your meat suit. You must continue to grow mentally. It's you that carry the torch for your family. You carry the torch for younger generations. And you must make the ascension and become an ascended master. You have a choice. We all do. And you must learn yourself before you can learn anything else. Ashe.
Next time on the episode of Exposed, we're going to be diving into how Dre sold out and the agendas that he's pushing out. So stay tuned for that. Peace, love, and light, family. And always keep your vibration high. Peace.